To begin, we select all objects with key A. Open our i3D exporter with key N. Open the Attributes window to display the properties. And additionally, go to Predefined and select Exterior from the drop-down menu of Non-Physics. To apply the specific properties to the entire model, we select Apply Selected at the bottom. Our main collision should always be at the top of the hierarchy as a so-called component. We use this to define the simplified geometric shape so that our cultivator can collide with the outside world. We call it Fs22 Modding_Component1 and drag our whole model into the mesh. We only use simple 3D objects for physical shapes, which are not visible in the game, so these are transparent. We have already prepared the collisions for a quicker explanation. In the middle of the layout is our main collision, the Fs22Main_Component1, which we use to specify the center of mass via XML later. Furthermore, we should assign further game-specific properties to our main collision. To do this, we open our i3D exporter with key N and set the desired parameters via the Attributes tab. To self-check, click on Load Current at the very bottom of the exporter. If we open up Physics, we can select Vehicle Compound in the drop-down menu and see that, for example, in rigid body properties like Dynamic, Compound, and Collision are selected. Dynamic represents a collision that is allowed to move in-game and experience external influences. For example, it is possible that we push the cultivator around with a tractor. Compound is a group of physical bodies. All collisions within and below a compound are their children, that is, compound child. These do not need an extra joint, but are moved with the compound and can also be moved on their own by animations. In rendering, non-renderable is selected, so the mesh is not displayed in-game. However, physics are present. To assign the selected properties or attributes to the object, we need to click Apply Selected in the exporter at the very bottom. Next, we will add collisions to the outer arms. So in this case, we also need to create a fitting collision inside the hierarchy tree area where the model will be animated so that the collision can be foldable. If we click on Arm Right, we see that the element can rotate around its origin. As part of this object, the so-called child, we create our collision support right. Let's go to the exporter and select Vehicle Compound Child from the drop-down menu and click on Apply Selected again. This collision now belongs to our main component, but will be able to get folded in-game. It is oriented to its compound and extends the collision with the properties of the compound. We repeat the same for the left side.